Well, welcome to our first Disney bound call. We were waiting for Barb to get a better connection, so we've been talking a lot about new products, and I think we're all pretty equally impressed with what they've come out with. I think the timing of the products is perfect for the spring because people um, do eat healthier at this time of the year, and summer with the plentiful vegetables that we'll all have that are more easily handy. I think it's just the timing of it's perfect. So I'm pretty excited. So tonight, our first training, what I wanted to talk to you about was creating a goal board. I know we've talked about vision boards and dream boards before, but what I'd like you to do is to really focus in on what your goal is for the next maybe 5 or 6 months, um, and really hone in on what you need to do to make that happen. And I started to put one together, but I really wanted you to not be using the ideas that I'm going to use because it really needs to be about what you want. And I want you to think about what taking your family to Disney will feel like, what you will be able to do while you're there, and excuse me, and also what you'll be able to do with the money that you're going to earn in the process. Because getting to Disney means your sales have to be up higher than they've been, but that also increases your income then. So I'm going to show you this goal board, how I started it, and then I will do a further explanation and post a picture tomorrow. But what I want you to do is just go to the dollar store and get a piece of poster board. It's that simple. And then you fold the poster board, okay? Here's how the big poster board looks. Measure to your middle, which is here, and then you fold this side in and this side in. Does that make sense? So then what we're going to do, I feel funny talking like this because you can't see me, you're just looking at the board. But what I want you to do in the top half of your goal board is I want you to put the pictures of what it is you want to earn, but only about halfway down with that. So about halfway into that center section, because the bottom part of that section then is where we're going to put what you need to make happen or what steps you need to complete make that happen. Like maybe it's 4 live shows and 6 virtual shows, or maybe you just want to call it 10 shows, because what we're going to do then is put numbers 1 through 10 on Post-it notes and put them in the outer flaps so that you're actually looking at what you want to achieve. And as you do your shows for each month, you can move your Post-it notes over into the center section. And I'm guessing that's probably not being as clearly explained as I would want it to. It's clear in my head, but it'll be easier to understand once I really focus on getting this one set up so that I can show you a little bit better. What do you think my reasoning is for having us all create a goal board?
So we can see what our goals are. They're staring you in the face.
Yep, that's exactly right, Carrie. We want to be able to see them. By doing a goal board versus a dream board or a vision board, you can clearly see how many shows you have yet to do. And, Janelle, I know you've set a goal of doing $3,000 in sales every month. So maybe a part of your center section will be the sales component, and you'll have 6 little $500 post-it marks over on the outer side. And then as you hit 1,000, you pull 2 over. And as you hit 1,500, you add another one. That way you can see exactly what you need complete in that month and what you've already achieved. Recruiting might be another one that you're going to be putting out there. So if you know you want to recruit 1 a month, then out on one of those outer flaps are going to be 11 or 12 recruit stickers. And as you bring in those recruits, they'll go into the center section. I hope that's making a little bit more sense.
Are the goals like on a monthly basis or like for the whole year?
Well, you're going to move this goal board every month. So your goal's going to be for 1 month, and then you're going to pull the pieces in. Then I'm going to do mine with another section that's for 6 months, because what I'm trying to do is a little bit different than what you're going to be doing. So my goals have a little more of a long-term commitment than a monthly commitment. That make sense? And Barb, did you start to ask a question or respond to the one that I asked?
It was just in response to the one you asked.
What would you have answered with why I'm asking?
Can you hear me?
You're fading in and out, Barb.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
For me, it's the visual, and then aiming every month, and then knowing, okay, I said 5 shows, I've only got 4. I need to get 1 more. So it's just keeping yourself more accountable.
And you know, the other thing, you're absolutely right, Barb. But the other thing that's really important here is that it's right in front of you all the time. You know, it's something that you're going to look at on a regular basis and really be able to focus. And, you know, if maybe making contacts is part of your monthly to-do, you can set that up in there too. Karen, how about you? Any insights?
Can I cheat and use one I already have like that?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit there, Karen. Could you ask your question again?
Wondering if I can cheat and use the one I already have?
I would say start a new one.
Okay.
Because this is a little bit different than the ones that we did before.
Okay.
And it'll probably make more sense when I kind of get it lined out a little bit for you tomorrow, or maybe later tonight, and I'll post it. You know, and one of the things that's really great about this goal board is that it's yours. You know, it's what you have set your goals for. Barb said 5 shows. Janelle said 3,000 every month. So it's whatever you want it to be, but it's going to be a visual reminder of what it is you're working for. So what I'd like us to do is to work on those in the next week. And maybe by next Wednesday, post a picture of it in our Facebook group so that we can see what they look like. I think it's the first step towards achieving a goal, is laying it out and looking at the small steps that you need to take to make that big, hairy, audacious goal come into play. Those BHAGs can be pretty frightening if you look at it in the grand scheme of things. But if you look at what you need to, little steps that you need to just break down, it makes it a whole lot easier. The other thing that I will tell you is if through the week and even the beginning of next week. If you're struggling with exactly what those steps are to achieve your goal, reach out to me individually, and I will gladly have a chat with you and try and help you break down those steps so that it's easier for you to achieve. How are your show schedules looking for February? That's really the second part of our training tonight, is making sure your February is solid. So does everybody have their show schedule where it is? Carrie, why don't you answer that question?
So mine is booked. I just actually had a cancellation for next Tuesday, but called one of my best friends and she's adding a show in for me. So, and then I had a show tonight and got 2 bookings off of that. So
Awesome.
March is starting to fill now. So that's cool.
That's awesome. I don't know if you saw Carrie's little interview that we did last week, but she was a consultant and was gone for a year, and she's come back, and she's come back gangbusters. Things are just really blowing up for her, mostly because she's using social media, right?
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
Go Live. It's the live shows. It's a game changer on live on Facebook.
Yep.
So I messed it up a little bit tonight. I didn't realize that I couldn't share it from a private event into my group. So it got a little messed up tonight just because nobody else can really see it, but it was still successful. And now I know better for next time.
There you go. There you go. Now, what did you say? I'm sorry. We cut over you.
What did I say?
Yeah.
I was just giving Carrie a thumbs up.
Yeah, she's had a really good restart going here.
That's great.
All right, Barb, how's your show schedule looking for February?
Actually, this is the first time in months that it's not looking good. So I am going to do a customer appreciation open house. And I'm gonna make it a big bash. And I'm, of course, still trying to get shows in between, for sure. But March is starting to look up. I already have 3 booked for March.
Awesome.
But it's, yeah.
So what's your host appreciation event going to look like?
Well, I'm going to have it on Monday night from 6 to 8. I'm going to have food. I'm going to take mini catalogs throughout the neighborhood. I'm also going to send invitations to my past hosts and guests. I'm also going to do it as a virtual show. So if you don't live here, you can still participate. I'm going to give away something every 30 minutes. And then each customer is going to get 10% off. And past hosts for the year, will get 20. My 10 plus their 10 for being a past host.
Awesome. And are you going to keep the new products hidden and just focus on the current product line?
No, I'm good, because it's going to be towards the end of February. So I'm going to have the new products out. And the ones who, depending upon what they order, it may just all go towards March.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
it's kind of like out with the old, in with the new.
Last glance, first chance.
Oh, I like that.
Now, how about you? How's your February looking? Uh-oh.
I have 3 for sure shows. But I know I need more than that. So I've got like 2 maybes floating out there and a couple more people I need to follow up with. But I know I need to get like another solid 3. So
what do any of you, either Carrie or Barb or Karen, you guys have any suggestions for Janelle, how she could convert those 2 maybes, or maybe get some other shows? And you do mostly live shows, right, Janelle?
I do a good mix. Like I think I'm pretty much half and half.
Okay.
Like so far I have a cooking show Friday and then one Saturday. And then I've got a virtual party on the calendar, but that's all I've got right now. That's
Okay.
solid. I have 2 other like when people say they need to think about it, like what does that mean? Like if it's a virtual party, what do you need to think about? Like, so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unless they just want to say no and they think it's
Right.
more polite to say, I'll think about it. I'd rather they just say no. But
So Karen, Carrie, or Barb, do you guys have any suggestions for Janelle with some things she might try?
I would maybe do for your show that you have on Friday night. I listened in one of the coffee talk things. They have like a bag, and it's like, this is the date. If you pick, this date, you get what's in the bag. And what's in the bag, like I did that tonight, and 2 people picked the bags. For the one, all that's in the bag is like napkins and party plates. And then in the other bag was like a season's best and some a tea towel that one of my mom friends is doing a business made, and it says like, life is short, lick the bowl. And she was like so beyond thrilled. She's like, I love that. And they both booked parties, and one of them is for next week. So maybe
that's
on
awesome.
Friday on your party, though, if you have that and just say who wants, and then whatever in 2 weeks, but still in February, that might be 2 shows for you.
So you're saying, hey, if you book this date, you get what's in the bag?
Right, when your party is
Okay.
held, the bag. So
when your party's held.
Right. So I'll
Okay.
bring it. I'll add it. What was in those bags? I'll bring it either to the one host to her house when we do her show, and the other one I'll I don't know, put it in the mail during
Okay.
or something. But they don't get it
That's cute.
today because they haven't
Yeah.
really done anything yet.
It's a good idea.
Janelle, do you
That's a good
remember,
idea.
remember the term express party?
Mhm.
Where
Were
you
those
would-
like drop-in kind of things?
No, this was one that was a close-in booked. So if you're doing one Friday night, maybe it's, the beginning of next week or the beginning of the following week. And as a thank you for booking in that close, you bring all the paper products. So like Carrie said, you bring the paper plates, the cups, and the napkins and utensils. If they'll hold
Okay.
the show on a certain date.
Oh,
Okay.
good deal. I definitely like my shows that are Friday and Saturday. I know I definitely need to work those to still get some stuff in this month. So thank you for the idea.
And I know that Steve Drapolsky does this with his virtual shows. You could absolutely do it with your live shows this weekend. He encourages the hosts to get 2 bookings for him, and says, you definitely want to do this because, February's stoneware, and you can never have enough stones. So you can get stones at a 60% off or half price when you host, but if you can't afford them all in this paycheck and Karen holds a show for you in 2 weeks, you'll be able to spread out that stone money and get another stone at half price at her show. So you just kind of have to share the benefits for the host to get those bookings for you.
Does he bribe hosts with any additional anything?
He just tells them that they're going to get a half price item at their show.
Huh.
Almost like he's paying for it, but he's not.
I probably don't push that hard enough. Like, I feel like half the time I mention it as an afterthought, like, oh, and you can get.
Right. So what would happen, Janelle, if you called your 2 hosts for Friday and Saturday and said, hey, I just wanted to remind you that for any shows that are booked from yours, you'll get a half price item at when those shows are held. So if you could think of somebody that might be interested, either direct them to me ahead of time or point them out the night of your show so that I'm certain that I talk with them. As we know, Disney bound, director bound, it's all about getting in front of enough people, having enough sales, and coming in contact with enough people that you are able to reach out to them and get them excited about joining the business, because that's the big thing. Karen, any other suggestions you would make?
I do not have suggestions. I'm writing down all of your guys' suggestions because I need to fill my calendar.
All right. All right, so goal boards by February 13th. Just post a picture in our group. Work on your show schedules and see what's coming up. And don't forget, on February 12th, that's next Tuesday at 7:30, we're going to do a brief opportunity event, sneak peek event. And I'm really going to just focus on a very brief presentation. I'm calling it the 4 Ps: parties, paychecks, perks, and purpose. So those are the things that I'm going to kind of talk about in that opportunity event. And then hopefully we'll be getting anybody that you can bring to that event might be interested in joining your team. And to sweeten the pot just a little bit, I promised you a special announcement. So here it comes. So my Disney Bound promotion incentive is $500 cash. So I'm going to pay out to 2 people, the first 2 to promote, 2 payouts to the first 2 directors to promote within 2 months. So you would have to be promoting to director by May 1st. Okay, but here's the little caveat that goes with that. That $500 can go in your pocket, or you can make this offer to 5 friends. They can get a $100 kit rebate if they sign by February 15th and qualify by the end of March. So if they sign by February 15th and they're qualified by February, I almost said February 30th, February 28th, within 15 days of that, so February 28th they qualify, by March 15th you get that $100. So you can do an either or. That's why I didn't put the graphics on the same one, in case you wanted the $500 for yourself. Then nobody would know that you can also take that $500 and do 5 kit rebates. What do you think?
We could also take the $500 and come up with our own bribe for people, right?
Yes, you can.
Janelle, I love the way you think sometimes. I think it's phenomenal that you're giving us this opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, I thought it was time that we sweeten the pot a little bit.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, Janelle,
that's
to
very
answer,
motivating.
to answer your question, if you wanted to do this one and maybe give out half-price kit rebates, you know, give them $50 towards their kit when they qualify, and you could do it with more than 5 people, or you could keep $250 for yourself and give away $250.
I might be a little late to the party here. How many consultants do you need to promote to director? Is it 5? Is that magic number? Okay, I figured that just because of the 5 kit rebates, but I wanted to make sure.
Yep. And I'm toying with another idea. It came to me late this afternoon, and it would be an additional incentive besides these 2 payouts. But let me noodle it for another 24 hours, and I will let you know how I'm going to make that play out. But I'm thinking about sweetening the pot with an additional $1,000, but I'm just not sure how I'm going to structure that. So I'll let you know. But this 1,000 is guaranteed to the 2 directors that promote before May 1st. So who's up for the challenge? Janelle's hand went up. Barb, there went Carrie. Karen, I'm sorry. I can't tell if yours was raised or not. I'm hoping it was.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So it'll be really helpful if you have some people that you've talked to in the past. I would reach out to them very soon, invite them to our sneak peek next week on Tuesday night, invite them to come chat with us. I would tell them that it's probably only going to be half an hour tops on that call. Have them come join us, and we'll see if we can't get some signatures on dotted lines and get you guys up and running to get that title and work towards that $500. What do you think?
I like it.
Awesome. All right, any questions for me? No, no, no? All right. I will wrap up this recording, and then I will make sure that it's posted in our group so that you all can, well, no, wait, I decided I wasn't going to post it. I was just going to send it to everybody that was interested. So would you guys like to have it so that you can watch it again?
Yep.
Yes? Okay. I'll
Yes.
make sure that I send it to all of you then as well. All right, so thank you. Next Tuesday night, we'll be together for our sneak peek, and then the following Tuesday will be our next training. That's February 19th at 7:30 again, okay? Oh, Nicole's on there too. I don't know where you're at, Nicole, but I'm glad you're there. All right, thanks everybody. Good night.
Thank you, Robin.
Bye,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.